everyone. Let's just begin in a bit, let people join in, and then we will begin with it. How are you all? Hello. All right. Today we will discuss about certain techniques जो हमें actually practice करनी चाहिए whenever we are in a meeting, whenever we are handling a group of people professionally, so that हमारा वो confident front दिखे and we don't seem like we don't know who we are, where we are, or the surrounding also. So we will discuss. Let's just wait for people to join in and then we'll begin with the live. Right. Hello. If you have any queries, you can drop in the chat and I'll cater to them. We'll start in 2 minutes. काफी सारी चीजें होती है in our body language that creates actually a very huge impact among people and how they see us. So today we will discuss some of it कि कैसे हम उन चीजों को effective बना सकते हैं through our gestures, postures, body language and the way we sit, stand, react to certain extent. हम कुछ body language और facial expression के tips भी discuss करेंगे. We'll begin in like a minute or so. And if you want your friends, families to join in, you can always ask them to join in so that they can take the benefit also. We will divide the segment into 3 different aspects. The first impressions. Generally हम उसको बहुत brief में discuss करेंगे because it all depends on what kind of individual you are, हम किस तरह के इंसान हैं, and उसके according we tend to actually differentiate and designate all the gestures that we have. So we will not focus much on that. हम first impressions पे limited talk करेंगे. We will majorly focus on the major do's and don'ts. तो हम अगर मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं तो हमारे postures के major do's and don'ts क्या है, हमारे gestures के major do's and don'ts क्या है, हमारे facial expressions में भी major do's and don'ts क्या है, the general ones. So let's not waste much time and I hope ज़्यादा background voice नहीं आ रही है. Wait a second. Yeah. I hope the voice is a little clear also. And if you have any queries, always feel free to chat or to type in the chat box. Since ये हमारा YouTube पे first live है, it might happen that there might be some glitches or some things that I am not understanding as of now. So please bear with it for first few lives, and then as we go on, as we get adapted to the whole platform, I hope ये और ज़्यादा better हो जाएगा. Alright, so let's discuss about the first impressions that we actually set जैसे ही हम एक मीटिंग में enter करते हैं. The major aspects जहाँ हम अपना first impression build करते हैं is the moment we enter a room. हम जिस moment enter करते हैं, one thing to first do, like take care of, is to notice the surrounding, notice the people, notice how they are acting, reacting to different things, and notice the surrounding things that are available, that are there also. Because जैसे ही हम हमारे surrounding से accustomed हो जाते हैं, automatically we are aware of whatever is happening there. So that is the most primary thing जिसका हमें ध्यान रखना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, and it is important to actually be aware of our surrounding. अगर मैं इस रूम में एंटर कर रही हूँ, आई फर्स्ट हैव टू सी एनी यू नो this actually could be a great exercise also. जैसे ही हम किसी रूम में एंटर कर रहे हैं, notice first 5 things and make it a habit कि हम जब भी जिस भी moment पे we enter a room, we will notice any 5 things around us and keep a note of it. What happens, ये gradually एक practice बन जाएगी and next time when you enter a room you will be more aware. And more aware कैसे? You will know where to look at and what to look at. So exact things का idea हो जाएगा and you will be sure of the 5 things that you must notice and you will definitely end up noticing. Now, let's move on to, this is how you can actually enhance your first impression. Now, the second thing that comes in is posture. Let's discuss that first. So the moment I enter a room, automatically मेरा first impression, the moment someone sees me, उनका first impression is already set कि how they are going to view me. वो मुझे कैसे देखेंगे, वो first 5 seconds, first 10 seconds में decide हो चुका होता है. So to build a good impact on someone, it is important कि हमारा जो first impression है वो best आए, या that should be the good one. So जैसे ही हम रूम में enter हो रहे हैं, our posture should be firm and confident. Now, confident and firm posture, there are many guidelines or many things that you can take care of. Very little things जिसका we can actually take care of, but हम ignore कर देते हैं. बहुत simple चीजें होती हैं. If I'm entering my room like this, it would seem कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा nervous हूँ, I'm not so confident, I'm looking down, तो automatically कि मैं थोड़ी shy हूँ, confidence नहीं आ रहा. The moment I actually stand tall, it shows that I'm confident. I own the place where I stand. So automatically, the moment I'm entering the room, I make the first impact. And that's the base of making the first impression intact with your posture. So make sure that your body is, in the straight position and relatively, how you can say, a balanced, firm back. So जो spine है that should be straight relatively, not like हाँ मेरे को stiff करके uncomfortable रहना है, but relatively straight. And make sure your eye contact is in balance. So मेरा rapid movements नहीं है, right? I don't know where to look at. अब मेरे को 5 चीजें notice करनी है in the room. The one that I shared just now. So I'm like looking around कि मैं कौन सी 5 चीजें notice करूँ. It does not happen like that. It happens in a balanced way. So you must have a steady eye contact. जो eye contact है उसमें एक firm balance होना चाहिए. Otherwise, again, it would give a very negative impression of your body language. So whenever we are entering, first is our posture, जो कि firm nature में होना चाहिए. Second is eye contact, that should be balanced and steady. And third thing is how you stand. तो हम कभी भी अगर enter कर रहे हैं, our walk should be something we are comfortable with. So notice your work in general also. So you can just right now pause the video, or just stop it here and walk. Notice your walk. Ki how is my walk, and how do you feel when you actually do the work. And after that, अगर हम थोड़ा सा चेंज करते हैं, अगर हमारा चिन लेवल थोड़ा लो है, तो हम उसे थोड़ा सा ऊपर कर देंगे, a little above, with I guess around 10 degree, 5 to 10 degree का switch दे देंगे ऊपर की तरफ. Shoulders back, because when shoulders are front ना, वो एक बहुत negative approach create करता है, because that makes you look very within yourself. तो हम अपने में ही हैं, बस हम अपने आप को open नहीं कर रहे हैं. This is more open body language. So we are firm, we stand tall, हमने चीजों को modify किया है. And when you do the work now, how do you feel? Type it in the chat box or you can comment down. Okay. Next, ये हुई हमारी walk, हमारा first impression and हमारा eye contact. Relatively smile also. It should not be like that seems wrong, very wrong, or uncomfortable, I would say. A firm smile. It works. Whatever is comfortable with you, find your natural smile. One very nice exercise जो मेरी mom ने मुझे share की थी, which actually helped me throughout, is close your eyes and imagine You can do it right now as I go with it. Close your eyes and imagine there's this, refocus your focus on your heart. And now there's like you are drawing a smiley face. So one dot, that is one eye, the second eye, and then there's this smile again. And जब हम ये चीज दिल से करते हैं, automatically we find that natural smile that's there. So this way you can find your natural smile, and if it helps, also comment down because we would love to have your feedbacks. So now we are done with the basic things जैसे ही हम first impression करते हैं. Now let's talk. हम जब भी किसी से मिल रहे हैं, okay, if there is one-on-one meeting, automatically there is this one person. So physical greeting is important. Either you can, if you're very close to that person and you have created that bond, you can go and hug that person. If the person is comfortable, अगर वो person comfortable है तो ही. अगर वो person is relatively new and you're not very comfortable with the person, then you can shake hands. How to shake hands? Well, for that, you can attend our daily live trainings where we discuss all these in much more detail कि हमें कैसे करना है, and we practice that also. If you are interested, you can also DM and or you can comment in the video, and we will share all the details there. But for now, अगर हम handshake कर रहे हैं, the handshake should be firm. The handshake should not be very strong and aggressive because वो again थोड़ा aggressive vibe दे देती है, and the handshake should not be very liberal because वो बहुत ज़्यादा let go vibe दे देती है. So people take you for granted also if that is your handshake. So you have to find the balance between the strength, like the firmness, and not very firm. So the fine balance we have to identify. One amazing way to do it is notice the other person. So जो सामने वाला जिस तरीके से कर रहा है, जिस तरीके से खुद को present कर रहा है, reflect that. That helps you to build rapport with the person. So this way you can present your handshake. And now if we are, relatively seems it's Indian community, so automatically there are some people or some, communities, they do not prefer handshakes, also they prefer namaste. And that is also amazing, that is also great. Handshakes हम इसलिए करते हैं because it helps us build a connection. And जैसे ही हम handshake करते हैं, there are some, rise of hormones in our body that helps us to build bonds. So to know more, again, you can comment. I will reply to it, and that's your task. Google करो and पता करो. We have AI, and that's how we know कि हमें वो efforts करने हैं या नहीं करने हैं. That is also a sign. So you can actually look up to that. कौन सा है? And yeah, let's move on to the next topic. Now handshakes हो गया, hug हो गया, and namaste हो गया. Let's move on to how do you sit when you are sitting. Back straight, chin up, eye contact, smile, all of that discussed prior. Let's talk about the feet or the legs. How should we point it? Because that's where the major concern comes in, right? कि कुछ लोगों को देख के लगता है कि नहीं, ये तो इंटरेस्टेड ही नहीं है बात करने में, कुछ लोगों को देख के लगता है oh my god बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है. So we have to find कि हम कैसे लग रहे हैं. So when you are sitting, notice where are your legs pointed right now. So that's a very amazing cue to identify कि अगर सामने वाला person interested है या नहीं है, and आप interested हो या नहीं हो. Now, when we are pointing the legs, if we want to show interest, वो जो leg pointed है, वो सामने वाले इंसान की तरफ pointed रहते हैं. And if we are not interested, the legs are pointed towards the nearest exit, जिस तरीके से हम निकल सकते हैं. So that is a way which you can observe to understand if the other person is interested to hear you out or no, that person is not interested. Well, this also gives you a clarity about the meeting कि वो meeting कैसी चल रही है. So if the other person or the people in a group meeting, most of them has their legs towards the exit pointed, that means the meeting is going relatively boring or not up to their mark, and they are feeling not so interested in the meeting. So अगर हमें वो interest, like that is the moment where we can decide कि हाँ हमें interest build करने की जरूरत है, because now that person is not so interested. Also, one more major aspect that comes in meetings and in professional setup, how much you are leaning towards the other person. That is much necessary, I would say, because some people have their fine line of boundary made, and अगर हम उस boundary को cross कर रहे हैं, it creates a negative impact on the person. So to create that impact, we have to have a firm boundary made. तो ज़्यादा lean अगर हम कर रहे हैं person के सामने, that creates um, most negative impact on the person, because the person thinks you are being very clingy. So we don't want to be clingy when we are in a meeting. That is why एक balanced leaning होनी चाहिए. The leaning could be this much. Straight is okay. Straight shows no interest or disinterest. So वो ना interest दिखा रहा है ना disinterest दिखा रहा है. The person is neutral. So we are not giving or sending signals to the other person. अगर हम straight बैठे हैं, हमने जो signals है उसके सामने एक blockage लगा दी है, so that the other person cannot know what we are feeling. But if we want to actually show the other person, हमें दिखाना है कि we are interested, a little bit of lean is a good idea. And if the other person is leaning towards you, it shows that they are interested in your idea. And that is how we understand कि ये कुछ aspects are which helps us understand the messages, the signals of what other person gives us in a meeting. And these are certain things that can help us enhance our body language in a meeting or in a professional setup, because that's how we build the connection at the most primary level. Why body language? I would answer this the last thing as the last thing for today's life. Why body language? Because as the saying goes, first impression is the last impression, right? तो जब भी हम एक conversation या कोई भी connection का start करते हैं, the first thing that person sees us is this, the things that are visible, and that is where we have to create the impact, and body language and the study of it helps us do that. Similarly, facial expressions, gestures, posture, all of this helps us create that impact, ताकि वो इंसान हमारे से इंटरेस्टेड हो, एंड हमारी जो डील्स है, हमारे जो भी रिश्ते हैं, बॉन्ड्स, कनेक्शंस, दैट कैन गो फर्दर. If you want daily training on all of these, you can comment interested, or you can share your email IDs. You can also reach out to us on our Instagram. The name or the ID is insightit.official, insightit.official, official. There you can reach out to us for the daily life trainings, जहाँ हम every day 15 minutes spend करते हैं, and we practice or we focus on one aspect, we practice it then and there, and hope to build that change in 60 days, at least visible to us. So yes, if you are interested, you can always DM us, you can comment here, you can reach out to us on our WhatsApp, and we are right here to help you build your body language, build your personality to a level where people are impressed just by seeing you, and you know how to rock. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope you like this video. If you did like whatever you actually got, do like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And thank you. Bye. Take care.